Hello, all you awesome people. Welcome and welcome back. Let me fix my camera a little bit. To the channel, I am your host, as always, Geek Viz Hoof, and we are back another bye week, which means we got ourselves another week of news drops, and we got a thick stack of stories we're going to be going through for all three. But of course, today is March 29th. We are ending the end of the month. So we got all our stories from the end of the month of March. This is, of course, the film version of our news drop. Drop it at the start of the week. Of course, what the fuck? We've got our TV and video game coming at the TV coming in the middle of the week, video game coming at the end of the week. I forgot my music, so I'm gonna play that. There we go. I turned it down, so hopefully, it's not. It ain't too loud here, but we should be. I'm looking at my levels. My levels are pretty damn good. So we got our film version today, covering all the news from the end of March. We got a lot of shit to talk about on this one, so let me go ahead and kind of just give a quick run through everything we're gonna be talking about so far. So in this edition of News Drop, we got to be talking about, of course, we got our box office report from this week. We're talking about the Bloodsport remake, a new film coming from Ryan Reynolds and Jason Momoa. The next Fast and Furious has its writer. DreamWorks just announced the casting for their next big animated feature. Disney also came out and released a bunch of their slate. We got a bunch of casting news from the likes of Minecraft Movie 2. Netflix's live-action Scooby-Doo, A Quiet Place Part 3, as well as The Mummy. We got back-to-back Ryan Gosling story newses. Back-to-back Ryan Gosling news. Also casting, we got a surprise announcement from Nintendo about an appearance in the Super Mario movie. A shocking person has just been tapped to help develop the next Lord of the Rings movie, so we gotta talk about that. And then, of course, we also gotta talk about the loss of the one and only Chuck Norris. And then, as always, we'll end off things with some trailers here. So that's everything we're gonna be yapping about here on this episode of News Drop. By the way, I was a little quiet last week, as pretty much exactly like I thought. That the Oscars March was a lot to go through. Also, with all the damn TV going through, so I just was quiet for about a week. I was catching up on shows, but we're doing pretty good right now. So hopefully, we getting back on track this week. I finished up One Piece Netflix, so we'll be doing the I just watched on that. We also I think today the last episode of, I'll just say Graceland. The last episode of Paradise comes out today. So we finished up with season 2. So I've been done with both of those shows, and with both of those done, then we're gonna be moving on to Daredevil and Invincible, which are also in the middle of airing. What else we go? I'm jumping back into our video game stuff. So, putting in time on RoboCop and Dragon Age 2, those are going to both be coming back. Mostly because I want to finish RoboCop before Pragmata comes out. So, we got that. And then, of course, movie. I completely forgot that The Bride dropped in March. But April, luckily, movies have been able to give me a little bit of some breathing room. Because Mario drops this weekend, I believe, start of April. So I had a little breather room before the movies. But now that that's happening, now the movies are about to start rolling in. So we got that too. But anyway, yeah, so that's it. That's a little bit of an update for the channel I got going on here. Oh, and also we got a video dropping at the start of April. It's the video I promised like 2 fucking years ago. I'm sorry I'm lazy. I edit very slowly. But we finally got it done. I gotta make the thumbnail, but it is done. We're gonna be dropping that at the start of April, so make sure you're subbed to be on the lookout for that. But anyway, that's enough of the updates. Let's go ahead and jump into our news stories there, shall we? And of course, we gotta start, as always, with our box office. Project Hail Mary adds 14.6 million, and they will kill you cuts down 2.3 million on opening day. Project Hail Mary easily claimed the top spot at the Friday box office, flexing its longevity as 2026's first major 4-quadrant hit. It grossed $14.6 million on its second Friday in North American theaters and should earn $53.1 million by Sunday. That figure represents a solid hold, dropping just 34% from the opening weekend numbers. Though 2 weekends of release, Amazon's MGM's Epic is projected to make about $162.9 million domestically. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna refresh and see if they got the current, because it was early when I first loaded all these up. But let's see if they got the updated one for Sunday records now. Nope, they don't, because my dumbass forgot it is Sunday. So of course they won't have it. I'm so used to recording these on Monday. I forgot about it's Sunday. They ain't gonna have it yet. They ain't gonna have that till tomorrow. All right, so Phil Lord and Chris Miller, big fans of them. The sci-fi dramedy follows Ryan Gosling as a brainy school teacher who will sit into space to save the sun from a cataclysmic blackout. Opening weekend marked the best debut of 2026 with $140.9 million worldwide, 60 million internationally, 80 million in North America, 80.5 million. It was also the best opening for an Amazon MGM title, legging out 2023's Creed 3, which made about 42 million overseas and 58 million domestic. Next up, the horror newcomer They Will Kill You landed in third place on opening day with 2.3 million from around 2,778 locations. WB is hoping for around 4.3 million by the end of the weekend. Director Kirill Sokolov, who also wrote the screenplay with Alex Litvak. Is this the guy we read about who also doing the fucking we talked about him in the last news drop, and he's doing that shark film for Netflix. Is this the same guy? He does like the B-movie action stuff? No, it's not him. Okay. They Will Kill You stars Zazie Beetz as a housekeeper who takes a job cleaning an NYC high-rise with a history of mysterious disappearances. She quickly learns that tenants are the source of the deadly rumors, and the rest of the cast is filled out by Patricia Arquette, Heather Graham, Tom Felton, Mahala Patterson Joseph, and Armando Riviera. Landing at number 2 was Hoppers, which added 3.2 million. The animated adventure should bring around 11 million by Sunday. Disney and Pixar bet big on Hoppers, shelling out 150 mil, but it was an investment well made. Through just 3 weekends of release, the family film is projected to gross around 138 million in North America, which is roughly double that worldwide. And then rounding out the top 5 were the remainders of him and what the hell is that? Durandawar 2, I don't know. Reminders of Him took 4th with 1.5 million. The literary romance should take home another 4.6 million by Sunday, pushing its domestic total to 40.9 million. And then D2 The Revenge was at number 5 and estimated 1.36 million. The action sequel is predicted to earn about 4.8 million by Sunday, pushing its total to 21.8. I ain't gonna lie, if you gave me a fucking bingo card at the start of the year and told me what would be the first movie to have the best opening of the year, Project Hail Mary would not have been on my bingo card for that. We watched the trailers. It does look good, I will admit, but I figured it'd be more of like a more of a light-hearted comedic sci-fi. I know it stars Ryan Gosling, but like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, who directed The Martian? Was The Martian Spielberg? But it ain't like Interstellar or like The Martian, who also had like, it didn't just have the big star name. It was Ridley Scott. Okay. It also had the big star, but it also had like a big name director behind the seat too. Actually, I'm not saying that. Who directed Project Hail Mary? Phil or Chris Miller, that's right. I mean, they're big, but like, I don't think they're up to like to the level of Ridley Scott and Christopher Nolan. You know, if you say the name, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't know who they are, or if they do, they probably just know them from the Lego Movie. But yeah, Project Hail Mary was not the movie I thought would have like a massive opening. I thought it would do decent. Like I said, it didn't look good, but you know, top opening of the year did not have him marked for that. So hey, good for them. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Phil. I'm Phil Lord and Chris Miller, or Phil Miller as we call him. You know, I had their whole game, bruh. Is my fucking VPN not working? What the fuck is up with all these goddamn ads? But yeah, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I love Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Lego Movie, the Spider-Verse movies, they did those. And of course, I had it on my TV shows. I'm pissed I got canceled, but The Last Man on Earth, that as well. So yeah, hey, good for that. All right, we got a lot to get through, so we're gonna go through these pretty quickly. God damn, you activate a VPN in your ad blocker, and the fucking ads still fucking pop up. That's crazy. Bloodsport Reimagining in the works from Michaela Cole and A24. And what is our tagline when it comes to A24 on this channel? It is A24 does good shit. Jean-Claude Van Damme starred in the 1988 cult classic about a man who fights his way through an underground martial arts tournament scene in Hong Kong. Of course, so you know it's fucking Hollywood Reporter, and when you got your VPN on, they'll like the... Nearly 40 years ago, Bloodsport launched the career of Jean-Claude Van Damme and helped propel him as a bankable leading man known for his glistening muscles and martial arts prowess. Is Jordan King right for Hollywood Reporter now? The 1988 film centered on a U.S. Army captain who partakes in the underground martial arts competition in Hong Kong. Among the fans of the Bloodsport concept, turns out Michaela Cole, the BAFTA-winning creator of the acclaimed series I May Destroy You, the actor, writer, and director, is teaming with A24 for reimagining of the film, which she will write and direct. Quote, I have long been in awe of fighters and astounded by the discipline, intensity, and isolation of the sport demands of them. I'm excited to explore this world, especially with A24 as my collaborators. Let's fucking go, Cole said in a statement. The new Bloodsport counts Mark Toberoff as producer, with Stewart and Peggy serving executive producers. The 1988, this is a quote, the 1988 now iconic Bloodsport introduced audiences to the gritty aesthetic of mixed martial arts, and I look forward to bringing back the high energy tournament format on the big screen again. I was just saying, who's the director here? Newt Arnold directed the original Bloodsport, which earned a strong $11.8 million. Though there was, I think that's supposed to say some, not come. There was some controversy. Hey, yo, there was some controversy attached to it. Co-writer Sheldon Lynch had claimed that martial arts artist Frank Dux, or Do, whose stories inspired the movie, fabricated many of the tales. And Van Damme told the Hollywood Reporter in 2019 that he personally oversaw a cut of the movie as the first version was unwatchable. 3 sequels followed that did not star Van Damme, with remake discussed in 2011. Cole has become A24's favorite and is currently filming the miniseries First Day on Earth for A24, HBO, and the BBC. She wrote and executive produces, co-directs, and stars of the project, and will soon be on screen in A24's Mother Mary opposite Anne Hathaway. So there you go. Brand new Bloodsport is in the works, coming from Michaela Cole, very acclaimed creator is attached to it. So we'll see how it goes. You know, doing the whole fucking, you know, we getting a lot of reboot news nowadays too. We got John Rambo coming as well, so that's cool. My question is, how many people are gonna immediately think this new Bloodsport is gonna be woke because it's gonna be written by a black woman? I feel like a lot. All right, next up, Animal Friends. Ryan Reynolds and Jason Momoa's R-rated live-action animation hybrid comedy heads to winter 2027. WB is shifting the release for Legendary's live-action, we just said that, Animal Friends, that's a fucking mouthful, to January 22nd, 2027. We understand the reason for this latest date change is because the film's talent, including Reynolds and Momoa, Aubrey Plaza, Dan Levy, Lil Rel Howery, Addison Rae, and Ellie Bammer, more will be available to do press then. Yeah, shit, just like these 3 names, just like these fucking 3-4 names right here. That's fucking, these motherfuckers do a lot of shit already. The Peter Atencio directed movie, which was written by Kevin Burrows and Matt Mitter, jumped from Sony to WB after Legendary's deal at the Culver City lot deceased. There's been a slew of release dates for this pick, including August 5th, 2025, October 10th of the same year, May 1st, 2026, and most recently June 5th of 2026. So this movie has just been sitting in fucking production. I wouldn't even say production hell. If they add release dates, that means the shit is probably done. This one has been pushed back so fucking much. Warner Brothers has already had January 2022 next year on hold for a title. Animal Friends is the only major studio on the date so far, joining Bleecker Street's The Third Parent and Cineverse's Air Bud returns. Logline for Animal Friends. Okay, this is the logline. Two fugitive animals embark on an adventure across America to find the rest that was once their home, healing their friendship while pursued by an equally odd couple, DEA agent, and fish and wildlife ranger with something to prove. So I'm guessing the two animals are a horse and a bear. That's what it's looking like here. Yeah, so it's a live action anime. When did they shoot this? This is the first time I'm ever hearing of this. Let's just go to Wikipedia. Let's see. So that was all the way back in 2023. It originally had Vince Vaughn attached, but I don't think he was in the. The thing we just read. Addison Rae would eventually join. Do I know her? I don't know her. Dan Levy. I know Dan Levy. L'Oreal Ellie Balmer. I didn't know her. I don't know her. And Eric Andre will join the following months. Rob Delaney joined. Announced the failway entry production in June 2023. So it's been like 3 fucking years since they shot this thing. And it stopped in 2024. Yeah, it's been like 2-3 years since they shot this. So yeah, it's been pushed back for quite a fucking while. So yeah. So hey, we'll see if this movie ever actually fucking comes out. It's supposed to come out the top of the year next year. So we'll see. All right, next up, Fast Forever taps Michael Leslie, screenwriter for the Hunger Games prequels and Now You See Me 3. Welcome to the Fast family, Michael Leslie. I hope I'm saying his last name right. Thursday, Fast and Furious star and producer Vin Diesel announced that Leslie would write the script for Universal's Fast Forever, mapping out Dom Toretto's and his crew's final quarter mile. Diesel shared the news on Instagram, posting a black and white photo of himself meeting with Leslie to discuss the script for the long-anticipated franchise finale, dated for theatrical release on March 17th, 2028. Try to read it. Hold on. I'm gonna try. If it's ass, I'm gonna drop it immediately. 25 years, 8 directors, countless writers, crew members, performers, each one giving something real to the saga that outlasted trends, cynics, and time itself. Diesel began in the caption. This doesn't happen by accident. It happens because people show up and pour themselves into something bigger than any one individual. That conversation, dude, that was fucking terrible. Diesel explained, helped to recapture the feeling of a story with something real beating inside of it. So this is Vin Diesel meeting with him, and this is the quote. Oh my God, there's more. There is a particular weight that comes with delivering a finale. A responsibility you feel in your chest, to everyone who gave something to get here, to the audience that has stayed, that don't take that lightly. You take it as fuel. And when you find out you're going back to Los Angeles, back to the streets where it all began, something clicks into place. The city that made our first film feel alive, still here, still holding, coming home. All right, I'm sorry. That's terrible. That's terrible. My mother flew in from New York this week. Oh shit, I didn't want to click on the damn thing. Flew in this week to read my Mattel script. She has read every script since I debuted at Sundance in 1997, and every single one, even the short film I took to Cannes in 1995. Her reaction to this story was more than just a story about a toy. It was, what the fuck are we talking about? It was about her family, her history, seeing herself woven into something that will live in homes across the world. That's the same thing I feel about Fast. I like how this nigga just plugged up a whole nother script he got in this too. That's crazy. That's the same thing I feel about the story worth telling, that somewhere inside of it, someone finds themselves. That kind of moment doesn't have a word for it. It just lands somewhere deep and stays. That's what keeps me here. The collision of artists around the world that matters. One conversation leads to another. One collaboration opens the door and you didn't know that was there. Nobody does this alone. Nobody ever did. The willingness to build something together that none of us could build alone. That's my favorite thing about this work. It always has been. Family. As noted, the stakes are high indeed. Over the past 25 years, Fast and Furious movies have grossed a total of $7.3 billion, making it Universal's most profitable and longest running franchise. 2015's Fast 7 is the top grosser. And the last entry, Fast X, grossed $704 million. By the time Fast Forever debuts, fans will have endured a 5-year wait to find out what happened after the explosive last minutes of Fast X, marking the longest stretch between installments since the franchise began. Sources say Leslie is rewriting a script previously written by Aaron Rabin and Zach Dean. The screenwriter most recently penned the Hunger Games prequels, The Ballad of Songs and Snakes, and The Sunrise on the Reaping, as well as the Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and Riz Ahmed's contemporary Hamlet. Oh, Hamlet. I'm like, Riz Ahmed, what the fuck does Riz Ahmed have to do with Hamnet? But it's Hamlet, not Hamnet. Leslie has also been in talks to write the next X-Men movie. All right, so we got. I have not seen anything he's done. I haven't seen the Hunger Games prequels, or nor have I seen Now You See Me or Hamlet. So I'm very unfamiliar with his work. So I'm gonna have to. Well, I mean, if he the only reason I would care is because if he does write the fucking X-Men movies, that's what I care about. I don't really care too much about the Fast and the Furious movies. But next up, DreamWorks Animation's Forgotten Island as Joe Coy, Dolly De Leon, Ronnie Ching, and Amy Lynn Abalera. So all the people I just said are set to join the cast of DreamWorks' animated upcoming feature Forgotten Island. They join her, Liz Soberano, Leia Salonga, Dave Franco, Manny Jacinto, oh shit, and Judy Slate, oh shit. Written and directed by Joel Crawford and Janwell Mercado. Forgotten Island follows two friends, Joe and Risa, who find themselves stranded in the mystical world of the Forgotten Island of Nakali. They come to find their only way home might be at the expenses of a lifetime of memories and emotions. Forgotten Island centers around Filipino folklore, okay, and its beating heart is a universal story of lifelong friends who share love, memories, and experiences. But what if one day they forgot all about it? The film marks the third collaboration between Crawford and Swift, Mercado's directorial debut, and his directorial debut. He served as co-director on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and head of story for Crawford on The Croods: A New Age. Filipino-American composer Nathan Matthew David, who worked on Tenet and The Mandalorian, is set to provide the score. It's described as an action-adventure animated comedy. It's going to release on September 26th. The first trailer is set to drop next week. But because it's an older story, and the trailer has already dropped, and we're going to be watching it during our trailer section. Because I looked through the trailer, like, oh shit, ain't this the story I got? Okay, I had it on there. And there's just representation stuff. So there you go. So hey, some Pacific Islands, some Asian American Filipino representation. You love to see it. We'll check to see how the movie looks when we watch the trailer at the trailer section. All right, next up, Lilo and Stitch 2 Incredibles set high-profile summer 2028 release dates. Is there a Lilo and Stitch? Wait a minute. There's never been a Lilo and Stitch 2, right? Because I was thinking with the picture, that's the animated fucking the live action movie. I was like, oh, they finna make a. This was a home video release though, right? Yeah, direct to video, which is kind of weird. So shit, I guess we'll find out. I was like, so like, are they doing just a live action remake of this, or are we doing like a whole nother actual full-fledged theatrical release of an animated Lilo and Stitch sequel? I guess we finna find out. And emboldened and cheerful CEO Josh, because I had to think for a minute, like, wait, there's a Lilo and Stitch 2? Announced the addition to the movie studio's theatrical release calendar when running the company's shareholders meeting for the first time. Right, because this is the new guy. He's a new guy. All right. New CEO Josh D'Amaro appeared confident when speaking to shareholders Wednesday for the first time since being anointed Bob Iger's successor. It helped that he came with a bit of upbeat news to deliver release dates for the next installments it is a live action Lilo and Stitch franchise and for The Incredibles 3. Is this gonna be the first time they've done a live action adaptation for a direct to video release? Lilo and Stitch 2 will open in cinemas May 26, 2028, the beginning of the long Memorial Day weekend. It follows the same release pattern that Lilo did in 2025. In the one day last year did. On its way to becoming a surprise hit that grossed north of $1.3 billion, thanks to families and an avid Gen Z moviegoers who grew up on the 2002 animated film. Is that a Gen Z thing? I feel like that's a fucking... Because I fucking grew up on this shit too. I ain't no Gen Z motherfucker. Incredibles 3 will follow 3 weeks later on June 16th, 2028, and will arrive nearly 10 years to the day as The Incredibles 2, which growth... Incredibles 2 was fucking... God damn. I feel old. Time fucking flies, bro. You know, fucking Incredibles 2 was 10 goddamn years ago. Speaking with shareholders, D'Amaro addressed the delicate balance between original storytelling and franchises, or making live-action adaptations of animated films that millennials and Gen Z grew up watching. He also pointed to highlights of this year's slate, including a sequel to The Devil Wears Prada and Avengers Doomsday. He also noted that the nostalgia factor is cross-generational when it comes to the Toy Story franchise. The 5th installment opens in theaters on June 14th, with the midsummer date considered a lucky charm by Pixar. Iger's successor also said original stories are immeasurable in terms of their value across all divisions of the company. His mantra is, storytelling is at the heart of all we do. D'Amaro comes from the Disney Park side of the aisle. Movie leaders and Disney Entertainment co-chair Alan Bergman dominated the box office last year, commanding nearly 30% of the marketplace. Its crown jewel was Zootopia 2, the top grossing movie in 2025 with $1.866 billion. Yeah, damn. It stands as the top grossing animated film of all time. It stands as the 9th biggest of all time. Again, if you asked me what is going to be the highest grossing animated film of all time, I would not have had Zootopia 2 on the list. As for the movies he offered release dates for Wednesday, Dean Fleischer-Camp directed last summer's Lilo. Chris Saunders, who co-wrote, co-created, and co-directed the original animated movie and voiced Stitch, will write the sequel. Incredibles 3 has elemental director Peter Sohn taking over the reins from Brad Bird. Oh, shit. Who directed the first 2 installments of the animated feature. I can't lie. I'm a little worried about that. I feel like Brad Bird has a lot to do with what made The Incredibles so fucking good. But we'll see. So, there you go. Lilo and Stitch 2. Is this... No, because they've done Mulan, Aladdin, Cinderella, not Sleeping Beauty. What's the one with the all the motherfuckers who talk in the castle? Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I don't think they've ever done one for a straight. They did the Mufasa one, right? Because Mufasa was that an original thing or was that an adaptation of something? Prequel and sequel to Lion King. So, okay, it's not based off anything. So this is more of an original idea thing. So show like, because I know Lion King did have some. It was for any young people watching this who don't know, Disney actually did do quite a few sequels back in the day. I think nearly all of their animated originals that had the big fucking theater release, they all had sequels, but all of their sequels were straight to home video releases. So they didn't release in theaters, they released it straight on VHS, which was what we used to we used to watch back in the day. Big old thick ass tapes that we used to watch. That's what they put movies on back in the day. Because like Lion King had a bunch of spin-offs, TV, but yeah, so it had a sequel, but it was a straight to home video. And I don't think this is the one, yeah, because this could do you Simba stuff. So I don't think they, so yeah, whatchamacallit was not a Mufasa was more of an original thing, I think. Yeah. So I think this might be the first time they've ever done one for one of those direct home video sequels. If it is, they haven't actually said what it is, so don't know if it's going to follow the same plots as like Stitch has a glitch. Maybe they take elements from the show, because the show was kind of fire. What happened in this one? Okay, yeah, he just kind of had a, because the show is the one that introduced all of the other experiments. Takes place between Leland was the first movie and the show. Series pilot Stitch the movie. Okay, this is the one that started all that shit. Okay. Yeah, I just found that very interesting. They're doing a sequel to it, even though, you know, the sequel's never released in theaters. Alright, speaking of sequels, oh, why is this not loading? Alright, we'll come back to that. Just a little quick one we're going to talk about real quick because I just found this interesting. But Ryan Gosling has confirmed that some discussions have been had with Marvel about playing Ghost Rider. But it's a complicated situation and he hopes to keep hope alive. So he recently appeared on the Happy, Sad, and Confused podcast to promote Project Hail Mary and confirmed that some discussions took place with Marvel regarding him as the MCU's Ghost Rider. The Oscar nominee first revealed his interest in playing Ghost Rider in 2022, while shutting down speculation that Marvel was courting him for a different role, the intergalactic officer Nova. We'll keep hope alive, Gosling said. Some discussions have been had, but it's a complicated situation. Hey man, if Ryan wants to be Ghost Rider, Feige said when he learned about Gosling's Marvel pitch while on the red carpet for Comic-Con later that year. Gosling's unbelievable. Ryan is amazing. I love to find a place for him in the MCU. He's dressed up as Ken on Venice Beach filming Barbie and gets more press than giant movies coming out that weekend. It's amazing. So again, just a little small thing. He said that they have talked, but it's a lot going on right now. I would be down for that. Question is, would he be Johnny or would he be Danny? That's the big question. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I would like to see Robbie, honestly, if we get it. But I understand. Johnny is I feel the more popular one amongst general fans, but I think Danny Ketch is the more popular one amongst like comic fans. But I do like Robbie Reyes though. But yeah. Unfortunately, I think Ghost Rider is one of those projects that's like way off. Like I always say, like Marvel is in the MCU is in such a weird spot right now, with Doomsday and Secret Wars and this multiverse stuff. And my entire fucking theory has just been the fact that we're gonna get a reboot, whether it's a soft reboot or a hard reboot after Secret Wars is gonna remain to be seen. But I think that's why we don't have a lot of shit coming out between those two movies, because they're going to change the status quo and everything. But the big story is Ryan Gosling is to star in the Daniels sci-fi event film for Universal. So if y'all don't know, the filmmaking duo The Daniels, who are synonymous for their Oscar-winning filmmaking team behind Everything Everywhere All at Once, one of my favorite movies of recent years. This movie is so goddamn good. which is gearing up for a summer start. The film already has a release date of November 19th, 2027, and falls under an overall deal with the studio for their Playgrounds banner with their longtime producing partner, Jonathan Wayne. It's the first piece of news for the project in some time. The film marks the duo's follow-up to the pop culture phenomenon that was Everything Everywhere All at Once, which won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Director, Original Screenplay. It was also a box office juggernaut, earning $143 million on a $25 million budget. Speaking of box office, Ryan's got his casting comes as he's riding high off the debut of Project Hail Mary. The plot details remain under wraps for the day of this new film, though in an interview with Collider at South by Southwest, Quan reveals some broad strokes about it, calling it a fun sci-fi action comedy with a very big heart, very existential, all those things that you would hope that one of our movies would be. He added that the film would also meet the moment of a complex world. One of the reasons why it's taking so long is because we're feeling what we're hearing from the world is very complex and really nuanced, and there's so much paradox. To kind of reconcile all those things and put them into one movie, it takes time, he said. Film also was featuring an ensemble made up of younger talent, with one source indicating it would be in the zone of high school ages. The producers are producing through Playground, and then they got all the producer talk. Okay, there you go. So Ryan Gosling is set to star in the Days Next film. When you have your second one after your debut was such a fucking like massive success, like Everything Everywhere All at Once was, you do get a little worried if they can capture lightning in a bottle twice, if they can keep it up. You know, the second thing is always, you know, especially after, if the debut is so fucking massive, you always worry about what the follow-up would be like. So there you go. This shit's staying alone. Basically, Kristen Dunst has been cast in fucking the Minecraft movie too. So there you go. So I don't know why this shit ain't loading, but we gonna that shit. All right, moving on. We're gonna burn through some casting updates real quick here. We got quite a few of them. We've rounded out the cast of Netflix's live action Scooby-Doo. I think it's a movie or a show, something. I don't know. We also got Paul Walter Hauser, who's also joining the series. Okay. So Paul Walter Hauser, who's known for Black Bird and Naked Gun, is officially joining as a series regular alongside the previously announced crew of Meddling Kids. He's joining McKenna Grace, who we talked about, been cast as Daphne. Tanner Hagen has been casted as Shaggy. Abby Ryder has been cast in as Velma Dinkley. How dare they not have Ant-Man up here? And Maxwell Jenkins has been cast as Fred Jones. I can't lie, that's a black name. With a very special doll by their side, the team will crack haunted cases, but in this iteration, fans will get to see when Mystery Inc. got started. So here's a picture of all the kids. Hold on, let me make sure I'm right. I'm pretty damn sure that's her. She looks exactly this fucking same. Yeah, it's her from Ant-Man, right? Yeah, she got little Cassie. How dare they not put Ant-Man on there? So yeah, here's the cast. This is them. McKenna's Daphne, Tanner, that's Tanner, Shaggy, Abby's Velma, and Maxwell as Fred Jones. The series, which explores how the teens first meet up, follows old friends Shaggy and Daphne during their final summer at camp. Two get embroiled in a haunting mystery surrounding a lonely lost Great Dane puppy that may have witnessed a supernatural murder. With the help of the pragmatic and scientific townie Velma and the strange but ever so handsome new kid Freddy, they set out to solve the case that's pulling each of them into a creepy nightmare that threatens to expose all of their secrets. So there you have it. That is our cast for the live action Scooby-Doo. Who's Paul Walter Hauser playing? Is he playing the bad guy? Is he playing probably? I would guess he's probably playing like the main baddie in the show. So there you have it. That's the cast for that. I forgot his fucking name. Goddamn. John Krasinski. There we go. John Krasinski recently put a post up on Instagram that's confirmed the casting for the upcoming A Quiet Place Part 3. Quiet Place director, creator, Godhead John Krasinski has taken to Instagram to reveal a slew of exciting casting announcements for his upcoming sci-fi sequel. Per his post, we've got Cillian Murphy returning, as well as Emily Blunt. We've got Millicent Simmons, who I believe is the daughter. Noah Jupe, who I believe is the son. I think that's two of them there. But the newcomers we've got, it seems like we've got Jack O'Connell, Katie O'Brien, and Jason Clark all coming in for the first time. I don't know, Jack O'Connell is the only one who I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know him. What's he done? What's he been in? Sinners. Remake. Oh, it's him. Okay, he looks. What I would have known if I seen this picture. He looks so different in this photo because he has fucking facial hair. He looks way different in this video. Okay, he was Remick in Sinners. He was the main vampire. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. This cast is pretty stacked damn cast here. Yeah, I wonder what this is gonna be about. Because then in the first one they kill all of them. I'm not the first one. And then in the second one they kill all of them. The demigod like Death Angels seem to have been finally been done once and for all at the end of Quiet Place Part 2. But if horror cinema started anything that the monsters like loved ones are never really gone. Yeah, that's true. So there you go. You got the cast of A Quiet Place Part 3. It seems like Krasinski is coming back to direct this one. He didn't direct the other one, the one with Joseph Quinn and Lupita Nyong'o. He didn't direct that one, but it seems like he's coming back to direct this one. All right, and then finally we've got John Hannah is coming back. One of the final cast members of the original Mummy. He is coming back. He played old girl's brother in the original trilogy. The Radio Silence boys, Matt Bentley Opplet, and Tyler Garrett may be sucking up the critical commercial success of Ready or Not 2. Here I Come. This is John King saying, no, I gotta go through all the other shit. The Mummy's Legacy sequel following last month's confirmation that Brendan and Rachel are returning. We now have confirmation that the brother, Jonathan Carahan, played by John Hannah, is returning. Previously stated on multiple occasions that he'd be always open to returning to the franchise, as Lightfinger Jonathan will be joining Fraser in the 4 for 4 Club as the only actors in the franchise to have starred in every Money movie. That's right, because Rachel Weisz did not appear in Dragon Emperor. Plot details about the Legacy sequel, reportedly direct follow-up of The Mummy Returns, are being kept firmly under wraps. But for now, its directors have teased a little of what we can expect very recently. Speaking to us last month's issue of Empire, they shared that screenwriter David Cogshaw has turned in a very beautiful and sweeping and scary and fun script. Sounds like a good place to start. All right, so next up, we just gotta figure out if I forget the guy's name. Omid Hurt, is that his name? The other two, the guy who played the motherfucker with the face tattoos, and the guy who played the actual Mummy. I want to say, some of y'all try to say Billy Zane, but no, that's right. That's not right. Arnold Vosloo, there we go. That's his name. I figure out of him, and they got him on here, and Oded Fair if they coming back, and then we got the whole gang. I don't think any of them came back for. Did he come back for Tomb of the Dragon Emperor? No, he didn't. Okay. All right. So that's a couple of casting updates. But the final casting update: Glen Powell has been confirmed as the voice of Fox McCloud in the Super Mario Bros. Galaxy movie. Powell made the announcement in a post on Instagram captioned "Born to Barrel," which you can view below. Originating in Nintendo Star Fox video games, which, by the way, also they confirmed that Star Fox is popping up in the movie like a week before it came out, which is like, I feel like that would have been a massive thing to actually see in the theaters before it came out. So I feel it's a little lame to announce it before the movie came out. But I guess once the movie came out, that probably would have been one of the first. That probably would have been at the top of the list for things to get spoiled and leak out when the movie finally released. McCloud is an elite pilot known for leading the mercenary team Star Fox, who also appeared across the broader Nintendo ecosystem, including Super Smash Bros. He's just one new character being introduced in a sequel with A-lister voicing. Others include Princess Rosalina, voiced by Brie Larson, Yoshi, voiced by Donald Glover, and Bowser Jr., voiced by Benny Safdie. Excuse me. This always throws me off. Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek are returning to direct. The niggas who've been doing fucking Teen Titans Go for like the last 10 years directed the goddamn Super Mario Brothers movie. That's crazy. Here's his announcement on Instagram. So they got him. Glen Powell is becoming like one of the hottest names in Hollywood right now. So it's cool they got him to do this. Question is, of course, does this mean we're setting up little bits and pieces for massive crossovers? Super Smash Brothers? Maybe, possibly. I don't know. There is another thing that has to do with some video game stuff, but of course, y'all gotta wait until the video game news drop comes out later in the week for us to talk about that one. All right, let's get through our last couple stories here. Marlon Wayans and Keke Palmer's romantic buddy comedy Ride or Die has been picked up by Lionsgate. We can tell you first that Lionsgate has acquired Ride or Die, a romantic buddy action comedy from Marlon and Keke, attached to Star. The film project centers on robbery detective Martin Banks, who's played by Wayans, a consummate professional and narcotics detective and unapologetic butt kicker Tammy Moore. Sparks and bullets fly when these opposites are partnered to track down $1 billion cache of deadly opioids stolen from the vault of a multi-international pharmaceutical company that threatened to flood the streets of Chicago. Wayans described the film, which is being billed as the first romantic buddy cop action comedy, as When Harry Met Sally with Guns. Wayans wrote the screenplay with Rick Alvarez. The pick will be produced by Wayans and Alvarez with their company Ugly Baby. Then a bunch of other producers and shit. Let's see. He got Scary Movie. Okay, then they just talk about what they've been doing so far. Get the fuck out of here. Original film design production on Highlander and director Chad Stahelski and on Sonic 4. There you go. So there you go. Just a nice little action buddy comedy romance thing coming. Marlon Wayans, Keke Palmer. I like both of them, so I'll be paying attention when the first trailer drops, so we'll pay attention to that. And a super surprising news, a new Lord of the Rings movie from Stephen Colbert and his son is in development at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has revealed that Stephen Colbert and his son are developing a brand new Lord of the Rings movie. The announcement came Tuesday night via the studio's various social media. Let's play this real quick.
Well, hi everybody. I thought it was time to give you all a Hunt for Gollum update. The first of many that we'll do, little blogs along the way. And Andy Serkis has been busy designing the film. He's going to direct it and obviously play Gollum. We've got a lot of the old team back again, familiar faces and some new faces. But Andy's doing a terrific job. It's looking amazing. The script is coming together really well, and I think it's going to be a really good film, But that is not the only Tolkien movie that we're developing. We've actually got another film that we'll be making after Hunt for Gollum. So I thought I should tell you a little bit about that. Actually, why don't I get somebody else to explain it? Because we've got a very special partner that we're working with, and you can see for yourself. Hang on. There we go. Hello.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, Stephen. Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
Good. I like all your Tolkien stuff on the wall there. That's that's hard.
Oh, thanks. This is just part of the collection.
So I was just explaining to the folks about the next Tolkien movie after Hunt for Gollum, and the fact that we've partnered up with you to develop the script. So,
yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Should I tell people what the story is?
As much as you want. Yep.
I will, as much as I can. You know what the books mean to me and what your films mean to me. But the thing I found myself reading over and over again were the 6 chapters early on in the Fellowship that y'all never developed into the first movie back in the day. It's basically the chapter is 3 is Company through Fog on the Barrow Downs. And I thought, oh, wait, maybe that could be its own story that could fit into the larger story. Could we make something that was completely faithful to the books while also being completely faithful to the movies that you guys had already made? And I started talking it over with my son, Peter, who's also a screenwriter. And we worked out what we thought would work, especially as a framing device for that story. And it took me a few years to scrape my courage into a pile to give you a call. But about 2 years ago, I did. You liked it enough to talk to me about it. And ever since then, the two of us have been working with the brilliant Philippa Boyens on how to develop this story. And we recently took it to Richard Brenner at New Line and Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca at Warner Brothers. And I could not be happier to say that they loved it. And so that's what we're going to be working on.
Fantastic. Now, are you sure you've got the time, though? Because,
That I did not think I would have the time. As much as I love it, I knew I couldn't do that and do the show at the same time. But it turns out I'm going to be free starting this summer.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of free time.
Isn't that
pretty soon?
Isn't that a you catastrophe right there? So if you'll excuse me, I've got to finish a television show and I've got to write a movie script, but I will see you all in the Shire.
Okay, alrighty, bye-bye. See you, Stephen.
Thanks, Peter.
Bye, bye-bye.
So there you go. Stephen Colbert is doing a Lord of the Rings movie. He's writing a Lord of the Rings movie. So fucking weird, but hey, that's fucking cool. Especially when you got somebody who's a massive fan. So from there, he's developing part of the books that wasn't a part of the main movie. So my immediate question to that, if he's doing something that's faithful to the books, but also to the movies, it seems like this is indeed going to be something that is attached to the original trilogy, set within that same lore. I've never read the book, so I don't know kind of exactly what happens in those chapters, but does that mean it has to do with like the same characters? Does that mean we're going to have to bring back the original actors for this? The video announcement opened with Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson giving an update. We got The Hunt for Gollum, which is being directed by Andy Serkis. Jackson said on the project is set to come out in 2027. This is a very special partner who will help develop the film after that. Titled Lord of the Rings, Shadows of the Past. It's host Stephen Colbert, who Jackson passed it through video. Yeah, we just read that. All right, the late night host said that after coming up with this, we just read that. The film's official logline reads, 14 years after the passing of Frodo. Okay, so Frodo's gone. Sam, Merry, and Pippin set out to retrace the first steps of their adventure. Meanwhile, Sam's daughter, Eleanor, has discovered a long-buried secret and is determined to uncover why the War of the Ring was nearly lost before it even began. All right, so immediately, Sam, Merry, Pippin. Does that mean we getting Dominic? Shit. I should know his goddamn name. I know one of them I'm not gonna know. I think the one who played Mary. I'm not gonna know his name. I should fucking know Sam. I should fucking know Sam's name though. The actor. I keep getting ready to say Raphael because he voiced Raphael in the Ninja Turtles. And let me keep reading it first. This Lord of the Rings project marks Colbert's first foray into blockbuster development. However, it is not his first collaboration with Jackson. Colbert had a small role in 2013's The Hobbit, also directed by Jackson, as well as Lord of the Rings stars Ian McKellen, Viggo Mortensen, and Elijah Wood in the 2019 short film Derry Lorgan, which is set in J.R.R. Tolkien's Middleverse. Okay. Screenwriter Boyens had a long history working with Jackson. She helped pen his Lord of the Rings trilogy and Hobbit, the Fobbit films. I don't know. Yeah, so there you go. So that's pretty cool. So again, that means the question: are we getting the 3 actors for Sam, Merry, and Pippin in this? If it involves them. So I mean that's pretty cool. I like the fucking joke about, yeah, I got a lot of time. Turns out I'm about to have a lot of time on my hands, so I think I can actually finally do this. But that's really cool. So there you go. Shocking development there. This is a lot of shocking. A lot of, if I had a bingo card, there'd be a lot of things on that bingo card that I would not have marked down. And Stephen Colbert writing the Lord of the Rings script was definitely not on that. All right, and then for our last story, some unfortunate news. Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger star and action vet, has passed away. He was 86. Chuck Norris, who turned a talent and expertise in martial arts into a hugely successful Hollywood career, including his long-running signature series Walker, Texas Ranger, died on Thursday. He was 86. His death was announced by his family on Instagram. Norris was hospitalized on Thursday in Hawaii. Quote, it is with heavy hearts that our family shares the sudden passing of our beloved Chuck Norris yesterday morning. The family posted today. While we would like to keep the circumstances private, please know that he was surrounded by his family and was at peace. To the world, he was a martial artist, actor, and symbol of strength, the statement continues. To us, he was a devoted husband, loving father, and grandfather, an incredible brother, and heart of our family. He lived his life with faith, purpose, and unwavering commitment to the people he loved. Through his work, discipline, and kindness, he inspired millions around the world and left a lasting impact on so many lives. So he was born Carlos Ray Norris on March 10th, 1940 in Rain, Oklahoma, served in the Air Force as a young man before dedicating himself to training in martial arts. He developed a friendship with icon Bruce Lee and moved to Hollywood to train film stars in combat. He later moved in front of the camera and began one of the great action movie star careers. Aside from a 1970s appearance in the TV dramedy Room 22, his acting career initially focused on the big screen. In 1972's Way of the Dragon with Lee considered his breakthrough. The climactic fight scene between Norris's Colt and Lee's Tang in Rome's Colosseum is considered a genre classic. His other things include Breaker Breaker in 78, Good Guys Wear Black, also in 78, The Octagon in 80, Eye for an Eye in 81, Lone Wolf McCloud in 83, Code of Silence in 85, Invasion USA in 85, Delta Force in 86, sequel The Colombian Connection in 1990, and the 1984 to 88 Missing in Action trilogy, in which he played a Vietnam-era American prisoner of war who returned to that country to rescue other POWs. Although many of his films, his often winning acting style weren't critically favorites, he developed a strong fan base that grew from a cult following impressed by his martial arts skills to millions of people thrilled with his action stories. The signature role came in 1993 when CBS began airing Walker, Texas Ranger, an action series inspired by Norris's Lone Wolf McCloud. He played Texas Ranger Sergeant Cordell Walker, an ex-Marine and Vietnam vet raised on a Cherokee reservation after his parents were murdered. With a combination of martial arts moves and the Cherokee hunting skills, Walker was a crime-solving crusader for justice, moral values, and good old butt kicking. Let's see. Norris occasionally let fans know he was in on all the jokes. Although he was earnest for his usually stoic performance, he let his fans know he's in on the jokes. Most notably when he played himself in the 2004 comedy Dodgeball, an underdog story. In 2012, he played the mercenary and star-lated in The Expendables 2. And we cannot forget about one of the earliest I can remember, one of the earliest internet memes, which is of course the Chuck Norris jokes. One of the first viral moments to hop out when the internet was in its infancy. The Chuck Norris jokes and memes. Really the Chuck Norris memes before memes was ever really a thing. So rest in peace to Chuck Norris. All right, so that is the end of our stories, and now it is time to go ahead and get into some trailers. All right, we got quite a few. We got 8 here, so time to watch them. Figure out what we got coming on up in the future. Let's turn the music off. So we got 8 trailers. We're not watching Spider-Man. If you're interested, I did do a reaction to the Spider-Man brand new day trailer, so you can go ahead and check that out in its infancy on its own. I'm tripping today. So no Spider-Man brand new day trailer here. I reacted to that on the song. So go feel free to check that out and see what I thought about that. See what I thought about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into some trailers here. We have The End of Oak Street from WB. Our house, our neighborhood, our whole street has moved. After a mysterious cosmic event rips Oak Street from suburbia and transports their neighborhood to some place unknown, the Platt family soon discovers that their very survival depends on them sticking together as they navigate their now unrecognizable surroundings.
Mom? What's happening to us? I think our house.
Nah, that's a real shot. Might be like Signs.
Our neighborhood. Our whole street. Has moved.
How the hell is that even possible? Oh my God, run!
All right, it's a little teaser trailer, nothing too much. Is it aliens? Is it time travel? I don't know. It's very I said that shot reminds me of Signs. It's very it kind of reminds me of like some Spielberg type shit. It reminds me like a Jumanji or a Zathura kind of shit like that. Kind of has that same kind of feel to it. I was expecting more horror, but it seems to be more of like a family kind of joint than like a straight up horror or thriller mystery or something. Apex from Netflix.
You going there alone? I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm trying to get to Grand Isle Narrows.
It's that dude's name I can never
The
fucking
easy way or
remember.
the hard way?
The best way.
Think you can handle that?
Yeah, they think I can handle it.
You made it! It's me from the gas station.
Hey.
You having fun?
Something got into my gear last night and took everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a drastic bummer. You hungry?
Just kind of looking for that gear.
So look, it's very simple. You've got until the very end of this song to get as far away from me as you can. You got the right shoes on? It'll be fine.
Everybody got a target tonight. Everybody come along for the ride.
We got ourselves a
Deadly
most
sharp
dangerous
shooting
game.
We're gonna hit you in the soul. Execution is aimed. No time to rest.
What's the matter?
Just do your best.
Do you like danger?
What you hear is not a test. Everything getting harder to find. Everybody jumping out of their mind.
Are you playing a game? Is that what you think we're doing?
Everybody going out of their skin.
Let's do it.
I'm deadly sharp shooting the game. Gonna hit you in the soul. Execution is aimed.
Aaron Egerton, that's
We make a good team, don't we, eh?
Seems like your run of the mill fucking Netflix action movie. Get some big stars into starring a B action movie. I mean, it's alright. Nothing special, but it's alright. To their forgiveness in a remote, unforgiving Australian wilderness, Sasha suddenly finds herself not only up against the elements, but also facing off against a ruthless and lethal predator. Yeah, it's alright, but ain't nothing too special.
You want to file free?
What is this? Get off the. Was that Gene? No, ain't Gene. Stop that train. That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
Madam President, we have an emergency. The situation is ongoing, but we have our people monitoring it from every angle.
Tell it to me straight.
There's a Glamazonian express headed directly into a massive storm.
Now tell it to me gay.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
Are you saying that you're on a runaway train?
Worse, we can't stop.
It's a storm of Gonza.
In English, please.
It's gonna be a disaster.
In Spanish, please.
Va a ser un desastre.
In Mandarin, please.
There's no
need to panic.
Kind of the same joke as the first one. All right.
You look different. Let me guess. Stroke?
Can you read me?
Girl, where do I start?
No offense, it just smells like poor people back here.
Didi, I was born with adult teeth.
Would you mind helping me with my mother?
Of course.
Thank you.
No way.
Sarah,
Are you?
I am.
Are you sitting in my seat? I paid for the window.
As if this day couldn't get any worse.
I thought over
Do you really
Crazy
think I want to deal with that mess? I don't even come in on Fridays.
Rachel blew a medicine. A lot of people out there. Fucking know. Adam, okay. I thought I'd do that. I mean, I don't seem like all that. Hey, parody movies. Are parody movies coming back? I don't know, but like Naked Gun, scary movie. This, I don't know. This wasn't that funny. Forgot. Oh, this is the Forgotten Island. This is the one we read the casting updates and stuff for. I'm gonna goddamn copyright.
I'm Joe. I'm Risa. Do you want to be best friends? Cool. Let's make it official. Sorry, I can't do a blood oath. I'm not a psycho. I've never had a best friend before. Me neither. Let's go. We're gonna be best friends forever, right? Forever and ever.
You don't have to go all the way to the US for school.
It's what my parents want.
It shouldn't be their choice. It's your life. But hey, we made some good memories. Risa, something's happening. No way.
Won't you come I'll be alone.
Hold on!
Won't you come see about me?
Where are we?
The Forgotten Island is a dangerous place. The longer you're here, the more memories you'll forget.
We would forget everything, even each other.
This is our entire friendship.
We gotta find our way back home.
Forget about me.
We're running out of time.
Hey, it's okay. Listen to me, Risa. I just have one question for you. Who let the dogs out?
No, not right now.
Come on, answer the question. Who let the dogs out? Who?
Okay, thank you. We need a game plan.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. The animation was dope. Sheep detectives. I have no idea what the fuck this is. I just threw it on.
Cannot be prosecuted twice for the same crime.
I
know when Rodney Hollingshead was murdered, and I know who the real killer was.
No more. Go on.
The mystery will be solved when I read the ending tomorrow.
Ah! Why would he stop there?
He was just about to say who the killer was.
The doctor did it.
No
way. Genius. Oh, here we go.
Last night, something terrible happened. Our shepherd was murdered.
No! George is dead?
Probably a heart attack. Not much of a story for you, I'm afraid.
Unless there's anything out of the ordinary.
Nope, I've looked everywhere. Around the caravan, underneath the caravan.
What about inside the caravan?
Worth a shot.
Lily, what will we do? George loved us. He read us dozens of these stories. We shall solve the crime.
I can't seem to face up to the fight.
You all think you're smart enough to solve a crime. Do you know what humans call stupid people who can't think for themselves?
Ducks.
Sheep!
He's talking about you.
I'm tense and nervous and I can't lie.
I'm George's lawyer. Mr. Hardy left $30 million. We have our motive.
Psycho killer.
The people in the will are always the suspects. Look around for a better window.
I'm going in.
Sheep.
What's that neighbor's truck doing here?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I want to bash it. I want to bash it so bad.
Stop! We've been over this. We don't bash things unless
there's a legitimate cause for bashing.
I'm George's daughter.
She was here that night.
I have a question. Do you have a boyfriend? That's a standard question.
Everybody follow me!
Are we lambs or are we rams?
The real world is more complicated than a book.
We're not scared.
Bryan Cranston.
Marple, what is that?
I think it's a road.
But what is it made of?
Well, not grass, I can tell you that.
What is it again? Bring your fly. It seems like a okay little. It seems like a family movie. You know, it ain't for me, but you know, it's like a decent little movie to take the family out to or something. Ballistic Bullets. I was trying to think of something that start with B. that has to do with the marriage and commitment and shit. Ball.
Hey. Hi, Mom.
I miss you.
I miss you too. We're going back out there again tomorrow.
Battle. Damn, he did.
The bullet. Kind was it? We don't have that information.
What do you want to know?
I want to know who killed my kid.
We found the discharge bullet. Price, NATO.
My kid was killed by an American bullet. I didn't realize some of our bullets were going to the enemy, did you?
What the military does with those bullets is on them.
We think we know everything, and we don't.
It's a lot of power if you're not used to it.
I want this one.
Shoot at the end of a long breath.
That's your justice. You remember recruiting Jesse Redfield. Why does a translator know so much about firearms?
We sell contracts to the United States government.
Do you think that I blame you?
You're hiding something. You gain my trust, and then what?
What?
You were asking about classified information.
Your responsibility!
American guns, American bullets.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen that good. It might, if they kind of use it to, I don't know, to like try to like. I thought they were going towards like a whole thing of like, oh, you know, they might be trying to say something about how, you know, the military industrial complex and, you know, all the bullshit they do just to make, you know, fucking money and, you know, capitalism and how that bleeds into war. And sometimes motherfuckers just do shit just to make profit, even if it's to the detriment of, you know, supposedly their own side and their own country. But I feel like it might be, I feel like that will be getting in this movie. Afghanistan was made at the factory where she works. It's not a path offense. Okay, I mean, like, it's just kind of basic, but you know, whatever. Seems kind of seems kind of plain to me. Unless they actually go into that shit, but I feel like they actually don't. All right, next up is Official.
Reef Hawk. For the last 4 decades, America's favorite movie star, starring in 3 of the biggest franchises in film history. You've had 5 years off. I mean, how are you going to frame the 5 years thing?
I won't say that I was hot.
Run it back.
Reef Hawk. For the last 4 decades, America's favorite movie star, starring in 3 of the biggest franchises in film history. You've had 5 years off. I mean, how are you going to frame the 5 years thing?
I won't say that I was hiding a heroin addiction from the public, and that my best friends and my insane lawyer helped me cover it up for years.
That is a really smart omission.
Strong omission.
Mm-hmm.
The day I walk down the street I used to wander, yeah.
Bubby and Tyra, we got a big problem.
Here's a video. What's on it?
I have no idea.
Oh my God!
I need to know everyone who hates
Jonah
you.
Hill?
You need to go and apologize to them, and without them realizing it, feel out if they're the ones behind the video.
Who hates me?
Your old manager, your old trainer, your new trainer, your old pool guy, your old pool guys, your mom. Your mom hates you. Then I have like a separate list for like directors, actors, costume designers, hair and makeup people, craft service, whatever, and like executives that you've worked with if you want me to start on that.
Jesus Christ.
Now I'd like to introduce you to your new crisis team.
Oh, I pray to God you didn't say the word on that video.
What? No.
I know, he knows, we know.
We know, brother.
But if you did,
we're gonna hold hands and walk through the fire together, my brother.
I brush my shoes, then I hung from the mirror.
Can I ask you something, Reef?
Of course.
What are you sorry for?
How do I put this the right way? You're not a good person.
Nigga, this is just My Name is Earl. What Keanu Reeves instead of nigga who plays Earl.
There was all these.
Mom, I have a lot to apologize to you for.
Sorry.
Could we try that one more time, hon? The label wasn't cheated towards camera, and that was such a great emotional moment. I'm so touched, genuinely.
You're Reef Hawk.
Reef Hawk.
Reef Hawk. Reef Hawk.
I wish you cared about what we thought of you, Reef, more than a bunch of people on the internet.
Why did you stay my friend? Why are you still here?
I ordered food and I already paid for it on the app.
The day I walked down the street I used to wander, yeah. Shook my
What even is an apology, Reef? Is it for you? Is it for me? Isn't an apology just show also?
Are you ready? We're already started.
How lucky can one man get?
Looks alright. There's surprisingly a lot of color in this thing. I was kind of surprised. Oh, this has an official trailer. Hold on. Can I throw that on here? I can't throw it on here. Fuck you. Keanu Reeves is Hollywood's biggest star, Reef Hawk. Outcome, a film by Jonah Hall. It's a dark comedy that centers on Reef Hawk, a beloved Hollywood star who must dive into the depths of his hidden demons after he is extorted with a mysterious video that's sure to shatter his image and his career. With the support of his lifelong friends, Kyle and Xander, along with his crisis lawyer, Reef embarks on a soul-searching journey to make amends with anyone he could have possibly wronged in hopes of identifying the blackmailer. That is fucking My Name is Earl. Just as a. It's just, a Hollywood star with his reputation instead of a lottery ticket. That's basically it. All right, let's put this wasn't on the list, but I'm gonna click this. The Margot's Got Mommy trailer. We watched the teaser trailer for this. but this is the official trailer for it. I hate this fucking trailer shit, bro.
It's just like...
Don't you be listening to the nonsense coming out of people's mouths. We're on the precipice of greatness. How did I let this happen?
I dream about the girl I used to be.
Margot, why are you here? You can go anywhere.
Like Harvard?
Yes, like Harvard.
Oh.
Till all the silly boys.
So how's school?
Scars they taught me deep.
Oh my God. You're gonna be some...
I don't know, the casting for them to be mother and
buddy.
daughter.
Who was I gonna be? Whatever you wanted. You chose to keep me. I ruined your life. You ruined my life so pretty. I need to make money. I'm open to any job there is. Digging ditches even. Looks like you've already dug one. In order to earn income for my child, I've been doing some work on the internet.
For your first taco pics, we'll make you a scary girl.
Are we gonna ask you?
I'll marinate on it.
This is not you.
Well, my mom worked at Hooters and my father was a pro wrestler. Tell me what's me.
Your fans? It's a popular website.
I doubt Margot's fitness as a parent. You have no money, you have no plan, and you simulate sex acts with space aliens.
I am the alien. I've come across a lot of people in life who need to apologize. You would not be one of them. I've got big ideas.
I'm happy to guide you along, but the second that you start to do any more of your, sexy
Dad.
things, yeah, I'll just take the baby with me.
Okay.
Fucking. That actually looks pretty good. That actually looks really good. I actually might watch that. All right, for our big two. I haven't watched the trailer, but I couldn't avoid the images. So we'll see how this shit actually looks in action here. This is the Moana trailer, the live action Moana trailer, which is fucking crazy. The first Moana came out like what? When did the first Moana come out? Moana dropped to 20. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was say the first Moana dropped like 10 years ago. And they already doing a fucking live action remake. The fucking sequel just came out like 2 years ago. Yeah. And we already got a fucking live action version of it. Yeah, damn.
I know a girl from an island.
I can't be mad at them though. These motherfuckers fucking make money. It was the whole reason they keep doing it.
The sea and her people.
Fucking Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion fucking dollars.
Moana, listen. Do you know who you are?
The stories are true.
The story has just begun. Beyond our reef, an evil darkness has found us. Moana, the ocean chose you. Find Maui. Restore the heart of Te Fiti and save us all.
Maui, demigod of the wind and sea.
Hero of men.
Huh?
So it goes like this. Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea, hero.
This man has been bald since like what, the late 90s, early 2000s. Everybody had hair, was never that long. This shit looks uncanny.
Women too, men and women.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She calls me.
I need your help.
I'm not going on a mission with some mortal.
My island, my people, won't survive if we don't make it. The ocean chose me for a reason. And it chose you too.
Listen, princess, if you're gonna do this, you gotta go through a whole ocean of bad.
I'm not a princess. I'm the daughter of the chief. Leader of my people.
Are you ready to be the hero?
Let's go save the world.
I got your back. What? Is there something in my teeth?
I mean, all right. But just like every other live action Disney movie, why would I spend money to go watch that? I just watch the original. The Moana is dope, by the way. Like the movie, the animated movie is fucking phenomenal. I'll just watch that again. All right, and finally we have Dune Part 3. I have not seen the other two. I've seen parts of one. I don't think I'll see the beginning and the end. I haven't seen two.
What will we name her?
Her name should be Ganima. She'll need to be strong, like her mother. What if it's a boy?
I would name him Leto.
Oh shit! Is this the origin of Fenris from Dragon Age 2?
So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
War feeds on itself.
This is a very low track.
The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back. I'm doing the best I can to protect my family. How did Father do it?
Your father never started a war.
By the way, spoiler alert for the drama. You know exactly where Zendaya and Robert Pattinson's characters end up at the end of the drama. They end up on they end up on Arrakis.
I'm not afraid to die. But I must not die. Yet.
Cool. I'm pretty sure that's gonna do bank. I think this. I'm saying it. This and Doomsday. Do they open up the same week or the same day? December 18th. I think it's the same day, right? Yeah, they open up on the same day. So I'm saying that's like a big thing right now. Doom Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday opening on the same day, same weekend. It's gonna be crazy. I feel like the smart thing would be for one to move, but I also feel like neither one is going to be willing to. You know what I mean? I feel like they can both succeed together. Well, actually, shit. I would say that, but with the economy looking the way it is now, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna be willing to go out and watch, 2 movies on a weekend. But anyway, that is it for our trailers, which means that is it for this episode of News Drop, which in the end, I have to say, thank you very much for watching. As always, I do appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to get updates on the rest of the channel. Like I said, April, we're going to jump back in, get back into things. But you got the One Piece and the Paradise Season 2 I just watched coming. We're going to start Invincible and Daredevil. I forget what else I was talking about. We got a video dropping in April, a big, video I promised before. And then, of course, for the rest of the week, make sure you pay attention to the TV and the video game news dropping later in the week. But anyway, that's it for me here today. Thank you all so much for watching. I very much do appreciate it. So until next time, everybody, remember to keep watching, keep playing. Stay watching, stay playing. I can't remember my own fucking outro. And stay awesome, and most importantly, of course, stay safe out there. Until next time, everybody, I will speak to you all later. Goodbye.